What's up, guys? Time to show off a new watch going up tonight. Realized I had not done anything, any of my full lume Kraken dials for a minute, and I had like 2 or 3 of them. So went through and found an insert that I liked that complemented it well. So this is a copper Kraken that is lasered out and backside loomed with the lume wheel. Did it in a 170 brushed case, one of the a little bit larger. I mean, there's still a 42, but you know, its presence is larger, a little bit longer. You know, your height. Set of silver Moldova hands. Had to get them packed in there because that lume wheel and dial is a little taller than what I'm usually dealing with, and I don't like to take off some of the plates on the movement because it holds the hour pinion down, and if you take that off to give extra clearance room, sometimes if you bump your watch too hard, the pinion can pop up and turn and like turn your hour hand. So it's always good to keep the plates on there. In an ideal world, I'd have a thinner lume wheel, but it's not an option at this point. So milled Kraken engraved caseback, backside loomed copper Kraken dial, polished shark tooth bezel, and I don't know how they reference this, but it has a nice coppery brass look to it. I don't remember what they call it. Brass is more gold. So, not sure. I just know it complements it well. And I did the same thing with the strap. This is a wristbound strap. This one, the brown doesn't necessarily do anything other than it, you know, just complements it overall. But the stitching on it, I thought complemented well with the insert. And then I grabbed a bronze buckle that when we lasered, it kind of looked like it was copper. Kind of looked copper-esque. So I thought that complemented it well as well. So that's the build. We got some lights on around us, but for reference, on the dial, there's your lume. So that lume back there is actually a fancy luminescent paper that we cut to size and put on there that I get from a place in the UK. Well, I'll say, when I say I get, as if it's present tense, I bought enough one time that I got it once and I still use it. So hopefully it's still a thing, but I don't really know. So that's the build. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel. I tried to get this thing on tight, and of course it didn't go on as tight as I would like it to go. So it moves a bit, but it's not like loose or anything like that. It stops, you know. It's just, I normally get these things cranked on really good, but it would not take. I spent 20 minutes, couldn't get it on with one of my tighter tension rings. It just would not click on. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back, so as you're moving, it's moving and keeping your time. But before you put it on, before you set it, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads till you're off that crown tube. You feel a little bit of play there, and then you just start winding. Wind it that way, clockwise as you're looking at it. Winds it. Going backwards doesn't wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. And if you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, you will max out your 31-hour plus power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. It's got a slipping mainspring, so once it has the input it needs, it's just deflecting. So Once you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so don't worry about that. It's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure on that stem. A lot of people think, oh, this is loose, something's wrong. It's not. It's a design feature. Alexa, what time is it? 11:58 a.m. it sounded like. So about right, yeah. Push it over, get it out of that time setting. And then wind it down. And that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. We got some copper in there. Got some silver in there. Then we got some marbled bead in there. It's going to come in a Kraken slider box with an Atlas pillow. It's going to come with a few things. Watch cleaner to keep your watch perfectly clean, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. It's good for all glass and metal, so everything there in the center. Non-streaking, non-residue, as I said before. Leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft. You might not need it for that strap, but for your other straps, apply it with a rag or something. Typically, you apply it on both sides, but you specifically want to put it on the back side, which is against your wrist. And then the front side just kind of makes it a little bit more malleable and soft. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch, which is made for acrylic glass to buff out scratches. So you have a domed acrylic on this, you can scratch it, but if you do, you'll put a tiny bit of that on it, and you'll buff it out with your additional microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch. Make sure you're just kind of like getting it down in that. Go back and forth, generate some heat with your thumb. That's usually what I do. I do small circles where I'm, I guess trying to push a little bit harder as I'm going across it, not with the scratch. I generally do that for about 30 seconds and it's gone. If you see that it's still there, wait a little bit, let that solidify, and then revisit it again. And just do another layer on top of it. But that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you love it. I think it came out pretty awesome. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.